Bridgeport and talk to you all today, or what's going on? And so I was facing, in many cases in my mind, like what's going on? Everybody else on the plane is feeling that way as well. But it came up against a wind current, and rather than the plane succumbing to the wind current and going down, it fought it. And that's in many cases what you have to do in life. You have to fight the current situations of life. You have to fight the wind currents of the world. Okay, so you didn't necessarily grow up in the best environment. Some people may have faced abuse. Some people may have faced the spectrum of suicide. Some people might have haters. But you got to realize haters are your elevators. You got to realize just because somebody's trying to press me down, like a basketball, you might throw me down, but I'm bouncing back again. And next time, when I come up, I'm coming up higher. That's what you have to think about. I'm using every bit of negative steam to power my dream. I want to be the rose, like Tupac said, that grows through the concrete. There might be nothing but ugliness on the outside of me, but I'm coming up as a rose because I'm precious, I'm beautiful, I'm a diamond. And that's the thing that we got to realize. Hispanic Americans, black Americans, African Americans. We got to realize, even as being black and brown, the last 4 letters in American is I can. Think about that. I can. It's not I can't, but what do? We tell ourselves, oh, nobody in my family ever went to college. I can't do that. Nobody in my family ever got out of the hood. I can't do that. Nobody in my family ever became a millionaire. I can't do that. Nobody in my family ever, as a young person, saw moving beyond the age of 25. Many of my friends and my family were cut down because of violence, because of a stray bullet, because of crack cocaine or weed or AIDS and HIV. I can overcome. Delete the letter T off the word can't and turn it into what you can do. Where do you see yourself, not necessarily even in the next 5 years, but the next 5 months? What are your short-term goals? What do you want to do? Somebody's a prolific writer in here. Rather than talking about dropping it like it's hot or shaking it like a salt pepper shaker, rather than talking about what you have on the outside, what about what you have on the inside? We focus on so much about what we don't have. And we are, even in America, richer than 80% of the world. Somebody in Africa just walked a mile to get with a bucket just to pick up some water and take it back to their village. And we just pop open the Dasani. We just pop open the Aquafina bottle. Somebody is walking to school 2 miles with no shoes on. We focus on what we don't have. But if you focus on what you don't have, you won't have. We got to use the resources. You can do more with less because you're the best. You have everything that you need. Stop looking to find things on the outside. Everything that you need is on the inside of you. Your character, your determination. And that's why it's important to think positive in negative situations. So many of us are trying to change the situation. We're trying to change our grades. We're trying to change even maybe our friends. Some of us have frenemies. Friends who are really enemies. And they said they had your back. But tell them, why is that knife back there if they had your back? Why are they stabbing you in the back? They had your back, but you turn back and see, and you find out that they're gone. How do you respond to life's interruptions? You can't think positive. We got to change our mindset. What are we listening to? Who are we listening to? What music are we listening to? What are we reading? Who are we associated with? I told you the first 7 letters in Connecticut is connect. Who are you connected to? Are they pushing you forward or are they pulling you back? Are you in a progressive state of mind or are you in a regressive state of mind? Are you just continually just going in circles? We gotta do more with what we have. Your character, your determination, your power that's on the inside of you. And that's why we gotta open our books, people. We gotta read. We gotta become investigators. Education will make you a living, but self-education will make you a fortune. Somebody was asking Principal Walston, because he alluded to gifts. And somebody, I don't know if it was in this classroom, somebody shouted out, well, is it money? Well, the gifts that he's giving you, these are going to be books. And these books can make you money.
But I asked if they got money in.
These books can make you money. The resources that are in these books can give you the power to prevail and to overcome. And so that's in many cases what I had to have. Sometimes, even going through cancer and going through chemotherapy and going through the pain that I experienced, going through a loss of friends, going through many of the trials and those tears that I experienced, turning those stumbling blocks into stepping stones, turning the devastation into inspiration.